Evan, I have been trying to reach you. Why aren't you picking up your calls?
It's Monday. You know how busy I get on Mondays? What's so important that you won't stop ringing my phone, though?
Your mom just turned up on our doorstep with a whole lot of luggage. She's saying she's going to be staying with us.
Oh, so that's it? That's what's so important? Come on, Aubrey.
You were expecting your mom and you didn't say anything about it?
It escaped my mind. I'm only human and this happens to everyone. Just set her up in the guest bedroom and make sure she eats properly so she can have her rest.
How long does she intend to stay with us? With all that luggage she brought, I don't think she's planning to leave in a couple days.
That's right. Mom will be living with us from now on.
What? I can't believe you would take such a big decision without talking to me about it. You know she doesn't like me a bit.
That's what you think. Besides, she's just lonely and I'm the only one she has. Why would she live alone when she can stay here?
Alone? But your younger brother stays with her and her grandkids visit often. I have no problem if your mom wants to stay with us, but she doesn't treat me right and you never say or do anything about it. The last time she visited, I lost a lot of weight and I became so depressed. I'm actually worried and frightened right now.
That's all in your head.
OMG, why don't you ever believe me when I tell you stuff? Can you at least tell Mom to be nice this time around? Please, I'm asking you.
My mom is nice. She's a great woman. This is about you, not my mom. So fix it yourself. I really need to get back to work now. Be nice to my mom.
Evan, I have been crying for the past 30 minutes.
Did you watch a sad movie? That's the only time you cry.
No, it's your mom.
Oh, come on. My mom made you cry? How's that even possible?
Can you talk to her for me? She keeps saying horrible things to me without considering my feelings. It hurts so much.
What happened this time?
She knows just how hard I've been trying to conceive. So far, all the test results have shown that there is nothing wrong with me. I have been taking fertility drugs and doing everything the doctor asked me to do. Yet your mom won't stop blaming me.
She did that? Are you sure?
You mean that suggesting I purposely didn't want to conceive is open to interpretation? You know how much I want kids.
Come on, she would never say something like that. I think you misheard her.
Misheard? How can you say that, Evan? Ever since she came to live with us, I've been enduring constant bullying and harassment from her.
I don't think those are the right words to use. She's just trying to be supportive because she loves you. Aubrey, she doesn't go easy on me sometimes, too.
So, has she ever told you that you would never amount to anything?
What? She would never do that.
Well, that's what she told me last night. This is starting to affect my mental health. Can you talk to her for me? Please?
Just give her some time, Aubrey. You know she's in a new environment and all, so it might be a bit upsetting for her. That's all.
You're making excuses for her. Why won't you just talk to your mother?
You know what? Fine. I'll talk to her. Are you happy now?
Thank you. You left home pretty early this morning. I told you I wanted to talk to you before you went to work, but you left before I woke up.
Unlike you, Aubrey, I don't have the time to sit on my butt all day doing nothing. I have work. The bills won't pay themselves, will they?
Why would you say that? If I remember correctly, you didn't want me working. You asked me to quit my job and become a full-time housewife.
Well, now you have the time to disturb me when I'm trying to earn a living. Shouldn't you be doing the chores or something?
Ever since your mother came back, I've been seeing your true colors. Do you know how traumatizing it is to endure harsh treatments from your mother and also be getting the same from you? Why are you doing this to me, Evan?
I'm not doing anything to you. You're the one hurting yourself.
Have you spoken to your mother as I asked? It's been 4 days now.
Well, about that, I'm yet to do so.
OMG, why haven't you? I am not sure how much of it I can take anymore. I really need you to come through for me, Evan.
You're just trying to make my mom look bad. After all, I saw both of you last night in the dining area and nothing looked out of place.
You were across the room with your headphones on. You didn't hear the things she was saying to me. She's really messing with my mental health. I can't keep up with this life, Evan.
What do you mean you can't keep up? Do you want me to chase my mom out of the house? Well, what exactly is your endgame here, Aubrey? Are you trying to come between me and my mother? You keep blowing everything out of proportion. My mom loves you. You know it. Yes, she might be a little harsh sometimes, but what mother isn't? You should be on your knees thanking her profusely and instead of finding faults in everything she does every damn time.
Are you really saying all this?
You're my wife. I would never lie to you.
Now I know where you stand. Good morning, Hilda. Are you awake?
It's 9 a.m., silly. Of course I am awake. Besides, you are just next door, so why are you texting me? That's so rude and lazy.
I have been trying to talk to you in person for some days. I just haven't found the courage yet. So, I've decided to text you instead.
I am not sure I want to waste my time talking to a jobless housewife with no kids.
That's really harsh. This is supposed to be a peaceful conversation. Please don't push me to the wall. I just want to make a request. Can you just stop treating me so harshly? I just want to make peace with you. How would you feel if you had a daughter and she gets treated this way?
What do you mean, if I had a daughter? You know I don't. Are you actually mocking me? Jeez, this stupid girl grew some guts overnight. You know what? You have crossed a line, and I'm about to show you hell. Want a piece of advice? Leave this house because I'm about to make it unbearable for you.
Evan, how could you?
What is it this time? You've become so troublesome lately.
This morning, right in front of you, your mother slapped me and you did nothing.
What was I supposed to do? Slap her back?
I didn't say you should slap her back, but you could have talked to her. All you did was sit on that couch and watch everything happen. I went into our room afterward and you just left for work without coming to check on me. I cried myself to sleep, and I just woke up about 10 minutes ago.
There was nothing I could do. Believe me. Besides, you told her to her face that she was bullying you. That's like calling her a bully. So, what were you expecting me to do after you had said that?
She went too far by pouring water all over my head. This morning is the first time I ever raised my voice at her. I'm dying inside, and you won't even see it.
Dying inside? You're taking this too far. Mom said it was a mistake. Why won't you just believe her? Why are you so hard-hearted? It's a busy day at work. I really have to go now.
You are going to lose me if you keep this up.
You make me laugh. You have no job. How would you survive without me? I have to go now. Talk to you later. Aubrey, you awake yet?
Yeah, what is it?
Please, can last night not repeat itself?
Last night?
You were being such a crybaby and it seriously affected my sleep. You know how much I need my sleep. Did you have to be so selfish? Now I'm finding it so difficult to be productive at work.
Oh, so you heard me crying last night and you pretended like you were fast asleep? You didn't care to know why? Even this morning, you didn't bother to ask me, and you just left for work like that.
The world doesn't revolve around you, Aubrey.
You're pushing me to the wall. You know that, right? Have you even looked at me lately? Because of you and your mother, I've lost weight, I barely sleep, I have just skin on my bones.
You're doing it again, exaggerating things. You need to stop doing this.
You'll never change. I can't believe I didn't see this part of you until now.
You know, everything that's happening to you is your fault. You're just being so uncooperative and it's ruining everything.
So, I should just be bullied and take it all like that?
Nobody is bullying you. Mom has a lot to teach you. Stop being so stubborn. Do you know how many mother-in-laws would take their time to teach you as my mother is doing?
Your mother insults, humiliates, and hits me. Is that what you call teaching?
Everything is just happening up there in your head. Yeah, I know she hit you a few days ago, but you caused it. She's an elderly woman, so respect her. Be patient with her and we'll all be good.
I can see that talking to you about this is getting me nowhere.
I have to get back to work. Just don't cry again tonight, okay? I hate it when my sleep is messed with.
We'll see how this goes.
Aubrey, I've been calling you for hours. Pick up your damn phone! Aubrey, are you ignoring me on purpose?
What is it?
Where'd you keep your phone? I was trying to reach you.
Well, I'm here now.
My mom told me she's yet to eat. Why haven't you prepared a meal for her? Do you want her to starve?
Your mother can make her own meals. I'm not her servant.
What do you mean?
I'm done being treated like dirt by you two. And I'll never do anything for either of you ever again. My main focus now will be to take care of myself and get rid of all that negativity around me. Starting with you and your mom.
Just stop all this, okay? Stop clamoring for attention and prepare something for her to eat.
Attention? LOL, I am past that now. I've spoken to my lawyer already. You should be getting the divorce papers soon.
Divorce?
I am surprised you didn't see that coming after the excruciating pain and terror you and your mom subjected me to. What do you take me for? A pushover?
You didn't really contact a lawyer, did you?
Of course I did. Also, you and your mom need to start looking for a new place to live, because I'm kicking you both out of my house.
What do you mean, your house? It's our house. You can't kick me out.
I bought it before I even met you. You moved into my house. How can you forget that?
Just stop this already.
You have 2 weeks to leave.
Come on, Aubrey. Just hold on. Aubrey! Babe, how are you doing?
Don't call me babe, Evan. Why haven't you moved out yet?
I don't have anywhere else to go.
That's a lie. I know your mother found a place.
That's a slum and you know it. I can't live there.
It's none of my business. If by the end of today your things are not out of my house, I'll throw them out.
Aubrey, I'm sorry, okay? My mother mistreated you and I didn't do enough to stop it. But we don't have to part ways. I need you.
Oh, you do? What did you do when I needed you? You didn't believe in me nor stand up for me. You called me all sorts of names. Evan, you really hurt me, and no amount of sorry can change that. I need to do this for myself. It's over.
I messed up, okay? Please don't do this. I can't cope without you.
Just as my pleas didn't mean anything to you then, your apologies hold no weight now. We've already started the divorce proceedings, so we shouldn't be talking to each other. Also, I don't want to see you in my house by the end of today.
Oh, hold on, Aubrey. Let's talk about this. Aubrey!
The divorce took 6 grueling months, but I was happy when it was all done. I focused on building my life and being a better version of myself. I also started a business, and it's been thriving. Evan and his mom moved into the slum house his mom found, and they hated it there, but it was the only thing that they could get on short notice. And from what I heard, they still live there. I hope they have a good time with each other, bullying and harassing themselves.
Hello, Violet. This is Denise from Willow Academy. I'm Tyler's mom.
Oh, yes. Hello. How did you get my number? I don't think our children are close friends, so I've never given you my phone number, I don't think.
Oh, no, you didn't give me your number. I got it from the school office.
Why? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go snooping through confidential things like that.
No, it's okay. I'm on the school board. I'm one of the parents who makes sure that everything runs smoothly, and I help out with school fundraisers and charity events and the like. I also make sure that our children are being taught the proper things in school.
Hang on. Are you the mom who got that book our children were reading banned? The one about World War II and the gray areas and decisions that the US was involved in?
Yes, that's me. Our children shouldn't be taught that the US is flawed. America is the greatest country in the world, and we never do anything wrong.
Yes. I think I know you. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, actually there is. I noticed this morning that your daughter, Megan, was it?
Yes.
Well, I noticed that she wasn't wearing the official Willow Academy jumper. Instead, she was wearing just a plain blue jumper. And, to be quite honest, it looked quite tatty. There was a hole in it and everything.
Yes, that's her comfy jumper. Is there something wrong with that?
Well, it's just not in keeping with the school's look, is it? We're trying to set an example to other schools in the area, and we want to make sure that we look the best. That's why the jumpers were introduced, so that all the children could look smart and uniform.
Yes, I understand that, but it's not compulsory to wear them if the students don't want to. Not to mention they cost a lot of money. I had to look online to see how much they were, and they cost $70 per jumper. That's just a crazy amount for one article of clothing, especially one that she's going to grow out of soon.
Well, that doesn't matter. As a parent on the school board, I am saying that she needs to wear the jumper. I'm not going to allow one of the children to wear a ratty, horrible jumper that makes them look like a hobo. We have standards in this school. Unless, of course, you can't afford the jumper? Are you really that poor that a simple $70 is too much for you to pay for a decent jumper for your kid? Or are you just cheap?
Excuse you?
You heard me. Look, I don't know how you got into Willow Academy, being so poor and everything, but I am not going to stand for someone of your financial status to be allowed into such a prestigious school. It's just not acceptable. I don't want my child being corrupted by your daughter, making him think that it's okay to be poor. Because it's not okay. My son is going to grow up to be a very successful businessman, and he doesn't need some poor person putting ideas into his head about stupid things like becoming an actor or doing something in the arts. Only idiots do that. My son is going to take over his father's business and needs to be completely focused on that and making connections with the other rich kids in school.
Okay, you need to calm down and step back. First of all, Willow Academy isn't a private school anymore. It was opened up to the public last year, which is why I enrolled my daughter into it, because, admittedly, it is a good school with better grades than others in the area. But that doesn't mean that the children who don't come from rich backgrounds should get looked down upon or stopped from going to the school. And, to be quite honest, it doesn't matter what they wear. There isn't a dress code. They can literally wear whatever they want within reason. So, if my daughter wants to wear an old, comfortable jumper that helps her feel more confident and calmer, then I'm not going to stop her. She isn't hurting anyone, so I really don't see how it's any of your business what she wears.
It's my business because I'm on the school board, the thing that was created to keep the school proper. I will not have some poor child ruining it. If I let this slide, the next thing you know, people will think they can do anything they want. The school will descend into chaos, and it will become one of the worst places for our children to learn. I am not going to let that happen.
You are being really overly dramatic. Nothing like that is going to happen. Now, if you don't mind, I have work that I need to get on with, and you're distracting me from it.
It doesn't matter what you have going on. My issue is much more important than whatever pathetic work you've got to do in order to earn your few pennies. If you don't get your daughter an official school jumper and make her wear it, then I will do everything I can to get her chucked out of the school. Do you understand? I won't stop until your daughter's gone. That is what I will do for my son, to make sure that he gets the best education possible.
Well then, you sound like an incredibly horrible woman and overbearing mother. In fact, I feel sorry for your son if this is how you treat him whenever he does something that you don't like. I feel like he doesn't have the chance to actually express himself properly and figure out what he wants to do in life. I mean, you've already got him sent off to business school. Does he even want to do that in life? Have you actually asked him what he wants to be when he's older? And the funny thing is, I feel like this, and I've only had this one conversation with you. I have no idea how your son has put up with you his entire life.
Why, how dare you? You have no idea how I treat my son, and it's none of your business anyway. I'm creating the best life for him, instead of letting him waste his time doing something stupid. No doubt you're going to let your daughter go and waste her life doing something stupid like becoming an artist or something like that. At least I know my son has a future, and I'm not going to let your commoner ways ruin that.
I'm going to let my daughter decide what she wants to do with her life, and I'll support her no matter what, and give her advice when she needs it or when I think she might be a little lost. But I'm not going to plan her life out for her. She's her own person, not my little puppet or doll or something.
Whatever. I mean, either way, it's not like she's going to be able to do anything interesting or financially lucrative considering her background.
Her background?
Yeah. People who come from a poor family more often than not end up being poor themselves and just getting service jobs. I mean, that works for me, as I need people to serve me. That's likely what your daughter will be doing, probably in a coffee shop. That's probably all she'll amount to, what with your parenting. And I mean, is your husband okay with this? Or is he just as pathetic and uncaring as you? I'm betting he's not much of a man, is he? He probably just does whatever you tell him to, like a downtrodden dog. I also bet that he's just as pathetic as you with his job, isn't he? He's probably a checkout boy in a local grocery store, or a delivery man, or, even worse, a garbage man. LOL. Your child literally has no chance with such pathetic parents. You might as well put her out of it now and get her working in a fast food place. It's all she'll be good for, and you could probably do with the extra money.
Are you quite done being a horrible woman and trying to humiliate me and my family?
Why? Is it upsetting you? Jeez, grow a spine. Otherwise, how else are you going to teach your daughter how to deal with angry customers in her job? I hear fast food restaurants can see quite picky people. LOL.
Yeah, I must admit, dealing with people like you requires a special skill.
What? What do you mean, people like me?
Horrible, vile, petty people who have nothing better to do with their lives other than try and stick their noses into everyone else's business because they're bored and dissatisfied with their own lives. It's kind of sad, really, that you feel so bored in your own life that you have to try and harass me in mine. Although, do you want to know how I deal with people like you?
How?
Like this.
Did you just block me? How rude! This won't be the last you hear from me. I mean it.
Hey, sweetie, how's your day been?
Hey, honey, it's not been too bad. Busy as usual, but that's a good thing. How's your day been?
Well, for the most part it's been okay, but this morning was a total disaster.
Oh no, how come?
Well, you won't believe this, but do you remember this morning Megan asked if she could go to school in her comfy jumper, as it made her feel more comfortable and confident?
Yes, of course.
Well, I told her that she could. It wasn't a problem to me. But after she got to school, I was then contacted by another mom from the school, a woman called Denise.
Have you ever spoken to her before?
Nope, not once.
How did she get your number then?
She stole it from the school office.
But isn't that illegal?
Definitely. But I decided to ask what she wanted as I was curious, and she went into a complete tirade about how Megan shouldn't be wearing her comfy jumper and that she should be wearing the official school jumper, the one that costs $70, even though it's not mandatory for them to wear it. Then, when I told her off, she began insulting me and our family and basically calling us poor. I don't care what people think of me, but when they go after my family for no reason, it really makes me angry. After that, I just blocked her number. I couldn't deal with her anymore.
Jeez, she sounds like a right witch.
Tell me about it.
What do you want to do about her?
Well, I don't want to jump the gun and make things difficult for Megan. After all, she's the one who has to go to school with that woman's son. But I'm going to keep a close eye on that Denise. And if she even thinks of messing with our daughter, I'll put her in her place.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Keep me updated on things. I don't want this woman making our daughter feel less than or something like that.
Yeah, I'll let you know if anything happens.
Okay then, I'll be home soon. Do you want anything from the shop?
Maybe some ice cream?
1 sip of strawberry cheesecake ice cream coming up.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
Is this Violet?
It is. Whose number is this?
It's Denise.
Oh, geez. You actually changed your number just so you could annoy me?
Well, it's not like I want to talk to you either. Not after you got me kicked off of the school board.
You shouldn't have yelled at my child then, should you?
Whatever. I'm only messaging you to tell you that I'm going to be buying a massive mansion soon, and then, when I invite the school board over to it, I'll be back on the committee in no time. Then, when that happens, I'll get your daughter kicked out for sure.
Is that so?
Yep. And you won't believe the place I'm looking at buying. It's the huge mansion on 12th Street. The one with the huge gates to keep out people like you. You know, poor people. LOL.
Oh, the Dreamweaver house?
That's the one. Are you jealous? I bet you are. You've got to live in a rubbish little hovel. LOL.
I hadn't realized that had come onto the market. I love that house.
Well, duh. And it's going to be all mine.
I see. Well then, good luck with that.
I don't need luck when I've got money. Although, that's not something that you'd know much about, is it? LOL. Anyway, I've got things to do. Just thought I should give you the heads up for when you're going to have to find your daughter a new school. Ciao.
Hey, sweetie, you'll never guess what I just heard.
What's that?
The Dreamweaver house has just come on sale.
No way! Well, we'll have to put an offer in.
Definitely.
I'll have to go now, but we can talk more about it later, okay?
Okay, I'll see you later. Love you.
Love you too.
Violet, I need to talk to you right now.
Oh, Denise, to what do I owe the pleasure?
You know what? I was just told that my offer for the Dreamweaver house has been denied because someone had a bigger offer. Then, when I asked who, they said it was you and your husband. This isn't funny. I mean, what are you doing? Leave, immediately.
Why do I have to go from my own place?
Huh?
I live at the Dreamweaver house now.
How is that even possible? That house is well over $800,000. There's no way you can afford it.
I guess that's where you're wrong, isn't it? LOL.
But how?
Well, it's funny, really. When I told you that I wasn't going to buy a $70 jumper that first time you messaged me, you immediately thought it was because I was poor and couldn't afford it. But the truth of the matter is, I simply thought it was an ugly sweater, and I wasn't going to force my daughter to wear it if she didn't want to.
Huh? So, you're not poor?
Nope, not at all. Not that I'd care if I were or not. I'm not that shallow.
But I don't understand. If your husband was a businessman, my husband surely must know him. What's his name?
Not that it's any of your business. My husband is called Victor, and he's not a businessman. He's a musician, and quite a famous one at that.
Wait, Victor Halls? The famous guitarist and singer? I'm a huge fan of his.
Yes, well, you and many others are.
But that still doesn't make it okay that you bought my house from out under me. Us rich people need to stick together and look out for one another.
Oh, now you want to be my friend, now that you think I'm worth something? No thanks. I know the kind of woman you are. A shallow, money-grabbing witch who only hangs around people she thinks can be useful to her. I have much nicer and truer friends, and I don't need someone like you in my life.
But hang on, that's not fair.
Oh well, life isn't fair.
Fine. If you're going to be like that, then give me the house.
No way. This is my house now. I bought it fair and square. Besides, I think you might benefit from learning how to share and not get what you want in life all the time. I mean, nobody likes a spoiled brat, do they?
I'm not a spoiled brat. I just know that I deserve the nicer things in life. So I demand you give me that house. I wanted it, so give it to me.
Oh wow, and you asked so nicely too.
I don't have to be polite to you. Regardless of if you married a rich musician, you're still a nobody. Your husband is the one with all the money and fame. You're just some stuck-up witch who thinks she's better than everyone.
I really don't. I just don't think I should have to be polite to someone who clearly has no respect for anybody but herself. If you are going to treat me horribly, then I'm going to treat you with just as little respect.
But you can't do that. I'm the rich one here, not you.
No, you're not. But you are the one acting like a toddler throwing a tantrum. It's not very becoming of you. Anyway, I've got a house to move into, and the school board has asked me to fill their vacant gap, which I will happily do as I think the children need a sane person to make sure they learn what they need to learn.
No, that's not fair. That's my job.
Not anymore. Anyway, goodbye, Denise. I've got a very busy day ahead of me. Me and my family moved into the house of our dreams, and we couldn't have been happier. It was everything we had ever hoped for. As well as that, by being on the school board, I was able to keep a close eye on my daughter and an even closer eye on Denise to make sure that she wasn't harassing anyone. A lot of the other parents were thankful for me, as they had had to put up with her horrible behavior for years. Denise was officially kicked off of the school board and was put on behavioral watch. If she made even one more slight slip-up, she would be banned from attending any school activities. Sometimes, people will only learn to behave properly through the consequences of their actions. Hopefully, it's enough to make her change her attitude towards others.